I guess particularly for now that we have season two, like it was like all the characters are getting developed, if not like are already developed, right? Like the actors know what they're playing up, the writers know what they're playing up, you know.
Mhm.
And for some reason, I don't know what it was, season two. I mean, they were really playing up Sofia Vergara's tits, I feel. I mean, they always have, and of course, yeah, it's her, best asset or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I
Her
mean,
huge knockers, but
yeah, and I mean, I think I don't know if they didn't know how far they could go with those jokes in the first season, but like everyone in real life sort of, joked and noticed that it was kind of like something that everyone talked about, certainly. So yeah, they could kind of go with more of those jokes in season two.
yeah, and they do pick up some of the sexual innuendo, yeah,
Mhm.
in season two here too.
Heavy,
Bored.
heavy,
I am heavy, heavy, heavy. Bored.
I may say that the male is entirely hostile. No! You know,
resources,
life, friends, is boring. We must not say so.
But all right, yeah, this is another episode of Heavy Board, and we are back covering the second season of Modern Family, the American sitcom, the last American sitcom here. And we're back with Eric at Bazillion Plus, known as Organized Meat out there. Eric, again, you're a regular now. Welcome back to Heavy Board.
Oh, thanks for having me. Always great.
And we're getting into it. So season two here. Season two, yeah, the sexual innuendo definitely picked up. Um, Even like maybe like the risque or like the raunchy jokes, even
Mhm.
not just sexual, but even some of the gay jokes and stuff
Yeah.
uh picked up a little bit. Yeah, and the kind of and again maybe it's just because the character development, like the actors are more comfortable, the writers are more comfortable. Everybody's kind of knows what the what they're trying to do here with the project, and it starts to really blossom here because this is what we were looking forward to. Like we said in part one, listeners go listen to that. You really see these characters blossom, and then even like we'll get to eventually some of them, peak and then decline as the season goes on here.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, dude. All right. So initial thoughts on season two, dude. Go into a season two, approaching season two, where we left things on the first episode. Just initial opening remarks, man. How did season two treat you?
It was great. Yeah, no, I mean, just they went harder, yeah, at a lot of the jokes, the gay jokes, the sexual innuendo. Um, there's some like pedophile jokes in there.
Yeah.
I mean, they sort of tested the waters in season one and just really came out swinging in season two. And just the character development, especially with Cam and Mitchell,
hmm
like you really see them much more as like, even though they're a gay couple and that's like not traditional, they really behave like a lot more like a traditional man and wife married couple, and that's like really brought to attention, which is why I think they can go a little bit harder with the gay jokes, just because Cam and Mitchell are portrayed like as like s being like very normal
Right.
people.
Yeah. And having like their own issues, not just like within their own marriage, but yeah, societal, and then of course like their own personal kind of, personality issues, whatever. Like
Mhm.
it makes it more endearing almost too. But I noticed that too. Yeah. And I mean, dude, I mean, it must have just been the time because all right, season one was 2009, as we discussed last episode. This season, obviously just a year later, because this was at a time when TV shows still came out one every year, a season every year. So this was 2010, only a year removed, and it's just crazy. Like, yeah, like the sexual innuendo jokes, and even some of the stuff. Like, I wrote down in my notes. We'll get to here. Like, there was even like a kind of a good-natured kind of gay ribbing towards Jay about like I think Cam makes a joke to him in one of the first couple episodes about like, oh yeah, well, we were going to some gay orgy or whatever, and like.
Yeah.
Jay like gives him a look and he's like, "Oh, please, Jay, like come on, like I'm just joking around with you, like,
Yeah.
that was like another level than what we kind of discussed before. I wonder, yeah, it was just culturally because I mean, again, this to reiterate the thesis, I mean, this is such a wonderful map of the beautiful American multicultural culture that we had in America, and then the inevitable ripping away of that over the 2010s, playing out with wokeness and stuff like that. I don't know, was it just the time? Because I'm trying to think, we like the big sitcoms at the time were kind of all doing this. Like even The Big Bang Theory was putting sex jokes all the time, right? Oh, Penny's hot, right? Everybody wants to have sex with Penny, or like just the I don't know. I mean, was it just like the cultural, like we were just more okay? Like this is like the last gasp of what people call on the internet the vulgar wave of the early 2000s, the Jackass American Pie era.
I was just about to say American Pie. We were still
Yeah.
living through like American Pie, and yeah, Jackass. Yeah, yeah, it was sort of stuff that disregarded people's safety or didn't really we didn't really care too much about hurt feelings.
Or it involved
Just
like smashing your testicles or like putting things up your butts like as like a gag.
yeah,
A very it's like and it's funny, sure, but it was like a very vulgar guy. Like you wouldn't be getting away with that in let's say even like the late 1980s, early 1990s, but then by like the early 2000s, like everybody was doing it because yeah, American Pie, Jackass was everywhere. This was the beautiful American multicultural, multilingual society. This was it. Like we had it.
yeah. No, it was and it all kind of went downhill 20 uh 2013, 2014, right around there. But yeah, so this was 2010 to 2011, right? This season. So yeah, they were still in that time where you can make jokes like that on, ABC at 8:30 at night, right?
And ABC was always like the family network, it was like Disney
Mhm.
owned. It was more, not that, NBC and CBS were less than that. I mean, but they kind of were, right? It was like, oh, NBC and CBS have a reputation for being a little bit more raunchy than like Disney Channel, like ABC Family or ABC Network, even.
Yeah.
At least it used to be. I mean, I guess they're still, now they're all just like, oh, network TV. But I
No,
mean,
it
I even
was
have to think back, like do some work to think back at that time, like
I mean
shit, what was I doing in 2010? Like, what was the culture? Like, like
yeah, I mean CBS and ABC were kind of always the family ones, and NBC and Fox were kind of always like the little bit more edgy. Because CBS, I think they had like King of Queens and Everybody
everybody
Loves
loves
Raymond,
Raymond. Yeah.
and uh, I forget. I think they had like How I Met Your Mother, stuff like that, which was still like I guess a little edgy, but
But still
yeah, it
very
was mostly.
sexual, right? Like How I Met Your
Mhm.
Mother had a lot of sex jokes and things. And there were even like gay humor with the Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, he wasn't gay in that
Oh,
show.
right, right, right. He was
Yeah,
just gay. He was
he
just,
was. He played like the most straight man ever.
and he just came out as gay during that like height of that show.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I remember the cultural moment when that was on air, and I remember when he like did like cameos in like Harold and Kumar and shit,
Hmm.
and he was basically playing himself. Uh, like that was like the comeback of Neil Patrick Harris from like child star to, Broadway guy, everything he does now, hosting things, like yeah, everything he does now.
I mean, you brought up Harold and Kumar again, and that sort of like piggybacks off of the American Pie
Yeah.
uh, type stuff. It's just like dumb, silly humor that, and this was back when, people still saw movies in the theater. Um, and it was still kind of a cultural event where, everyone was talking about Harold and Kumar. Like, I don't, no one even remembers it now, but that
Yeah.
was a huge movie.
They made like three sequels. Like, yeah, because it was huge. And I mean, and thinking of that, like the racial jokes in that too, like that was all about it.
Yeah.
Because what's his name? Like Cal Penn or something, the guy that played Kumar.
Hmm.
That's where he got his start in that vulgar stuff. Whatever he's doing now, like being part of the Obama White House or whatever. is yeah, who would have thought that like Kumar from Harold and Kumar was going to be working in the Obama White House
Yeah.
in some symbolic bullshit job or whatever it was.
He made a movie that did all those jokes and then worked for an administration that culturally worked to make all those jokes, cancelable. So
But all right, yeah. So yeah, first things I started noticing, I was wondering too, like did you watch this on Hulu?
yeah. Hmm.
Me too. Did the Hulu have the episodes right, or did they mess those up in some way? Like going into season one, into season two, into season three? Because this one had like 26 episodes, right? Like in this
Was it 20? It had 24,
24.
which is about right for back then. Like, yeah,
Right.
yeah, sitcoms used to have like, up to 26, a lot of them. Um, but yeah, it's not like nowadays it's like they have like 10 episodes or something like that. But
And I just think of God, man, like I always, and of course, this is a writing podcast, but I always just think of like, Jesus, man, like creating 24 original episodes of a series is so much work. And they would do this in like a couple months,
mhm.
film it and like get it out there. It's just incredible, like just the excellence level of the writing and the craft of sitcom writing in particular, since this is what we're talking about. It's like, has just deteriorated. We're like, oh, well, we need 2 years to write 8 episode seasons or whatever, or a 10 episode season. Uh, and it's just like, my God, like we used to be able to do 24 episodes, and they were good. Like they were good. Like almost all 24 were pretty good. Like, and then there were some that were excellent. Like, and they did it
Yeah,
so quickly and it just done so well that we're maybe that's one of the other things we're mourning in terms of like the cultural changes is like the excellence, the excellence and execution in terms of just even something like silly or something that we view as not as important, like a sitcom, the biggest sitcom on TV.
yeah. I mean, because I think it, sitcoms, it used to just be about jokes per minute. Like,
Right.
how many jokes can you fit in per minute? You just want laughs, tons of them quickly. And that meant that you didn't have a lot of time to like sit back and think and edit and rewrite. You just had to turn it out. And usually, like, your first idea is the best idea, right?
Yeah.
And now I think everyone's so concentrated on like the plot of an episode where there just aren't as many jokes in sitcoms, right? It's more like there's a long setup and then there's like a punchline rather than just like, you know, just punches all the way through, laugh
Yeah.
after laugh. And sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss, but because they throw so much in there, it's always going to make you laugh several times.
Yeah. That's whatever. I was never a huge 30 Rock guy. But I have seen like most of that series, and I know
Mhm.
they were ones, I think they set the record or something for like joke per minute or something, because that was still being crafted in this kind of transition phase, like in the culture where they were emphasizing this kind of the old style of sitcom and they were just excelling at I mean, people say whatever they want about Tina Fey. Clearly, she's a great writer. Clearly she knows what she's doing. She's responsible for a lot of classic SNL sketches. And if you watch 30 Rock, like whatever you think of it, the writing is solid. Like it is solid jokes. They are worked out craftsmen, kind of jokes that make you laugh, even if you don't pay attention.
Mhm. And I
S-
think for 30 Rock and even with Modern Family, once that first season's done, it becomes a lot easier because you already know what the character looks like, how the actor acts, how they're going to deliver the joke. So it's a lot easier to write for the character once you've seen them played out, right? Because the first season, especially got writing those first few scripts, you don't you may know the actors, but you haven't actually seen an episode, see them play it out. I mean, aside from like maybe brief table reads or something, but
right.
you don't really get that. And so in the second season, becomes a lot easier to write it.
Yeah, we see that. Like And there's just like other emphasis that we're going to get to all this to kind of like um the cultural clash, right? And this was always written into the show, with Jay having his second wife or whatever from South America, Colombia is the storyline. uh there was some of that in the first season, with the kind of like, oh, different Christmas celebrations, etc., etc. But then that's played up too, but it's played up in this way where it's a great tool for not just drama and misunderstanding, but for like kind of classic sitcom tropes too,
Mhm.
like, oh, you think they meant this one thing, or they play up even Gloria's accent this season, like, oh, you can't understand her, so you think she said one thing when she said something else,
Mhm.
like that becomes like a regular running gag. And if you're hearing this, it's because you are listening to the free public feed of Heavy Board. To get complete, uncensored, uninterrupted, full access to this podcast, become a subscriber at patreon.com/heavyboard. That's right, Heavy Board is made possible by subscribers like you. For less than 1 cup of coffee per month, you will receive private access to uncensored, full-length episodes, Jerk Shop, heavy bonus content, subscribers-only AMA episodes, bonus extended interviews, and more. Come join the conversation today at patreon.com/heavyboard.